Don't fall for the trap of self-image, self-value, or self-worth. Don't fall for the trap as it is by this material world. Now, if you're not familiar with this type of understanding that I'm about to speak about, this is going to strike you as either very odd or laughable, or you may have not heard anything more truer before. Now, if you are familiar, then this will speak very clear to you. If you are struggling with your believed self-esteem, your believed self-image, I have something to share with you. This material world has an idea that we have self-esteem, self-value, self-image, self-worth, whatever you want to call it. Notice the key word is self. Now, as the way this material world assumes that word to be used, inherently pushes that word to be used, is separation. Yourself, themself, ourself, the separate self. And that's where everything starts. Separation. Now I get it. I do understand. If you haven't woken up, if you still are unconscious, asleep, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to attack you. Open your heart and try to accept this, or laugh it off and continue to be asleep. The choice is yours. I understand that self-esteem, self-value, self-image seems very, very real. It does. You've probably known nothing else your entire life other than yourself. I bet you've always thought that you are separate from everyone else in the way you look, the things you have, the way you talk, the way you act. All determines your worth. And if you're asleep to this material world, not only does that seem real, you try to change those ideas. You try to improve your self-esteem. You try to improve your self-image. You try to improve your self-worth. Gain more things, accomplish more things, achieve more. Get plastic surgery for your self-image. Repeat positive affirmations in the mirror. This whole thing I'm speaking about, like I said, is either going to seem undeniably real to you, and that's where you operate. And when you operate on that level, which I just described, all of that, from separation to improving all of your stuff, if you're operating within the 3D world of that, you are going to always operate at your lowest vibration. You are never going to be in tune with what the universe has for you and your truest frequency. You will not. That material world, the material world, that self-value, self-esteem, and self-image is a never-ending cycle. Like I said, it is believed, it is assumed, and it is worked on to improve the belief of separation and assumption. Like I said, looking in the mirror, repeating positive things to yourself. Now, once again, I'm not condemning any of this. I'm not here to attack you guys. I say this with true love and an open heart to try to help you transcend this and escape this cycle. If that does bring help to you, looking in the mirror and repeating positive affirmations, then do what you must. But if you want something greater to transcend it all, you must be willing to challenge everything that I just mentioned and to realize that it is not actually truth to its corest understanding. All of that is the assumption of this material world. All of that is an illusion. Now, this either intrigues you or you're laughing, which is fine. But no matter how much you laugh at truth, truth will never change. Now, this is the part where I challenge you to your core to accept and understand something much bigger, something that you have never noticed maybe or ever been pointed to. And all you have to do is look into your direct experience to see it as it is without the blindfold on and the assumptions. If you want to escape that cycle of self-image, self-worth, self-esteem, then you must understand, here's the kicker, you must understand there is no true separate self. Now, there is some truth to that. There is a body that sees this world. There is a mind that filters this world in our perceived reality that uses the senses to know this world. But there is also something else that gives life to this entire world, to you, and to everything. And you can call it whatever you'd like to call it, but it is the life source of everything. And no matter where you look, that is all you will truly find. So try looking and see, what else do you find other than consciousness? Without consciousness, nothing is found. Nothing has ever been found without the life source of consciousness, awareness. The body that you believe you are, that your self-image may be based on, your face, your hair, your body, everything that we all have insecurities about, that's simply being trapped, believing you are the body. A separate self is located within the body, not understanding that you can call it your body, but it is a temporary thing that one day will perish in the true you that doesn't have a body, that isn't a body, that isn't form, the life source of you will never perish. Now, I know if you're stumbling upon this video, it's going to be something like, it's probably going to shock you to your core if you've never thought of it this way. Anything, it starts with first looking in your direct experience and realizing there's no separation as assumed. Everything is connected. Everyone is connected. In the connection, in the one common ground that everyone and everything shares is this life source. Start there. Look for it. Meditate on that. Sit with it. Look for it. It connects everything. Separation and separate selves are assumed. And then it gets deeper. When you assume that separation and you operate and flow through only this 3D matrix, then you are a separate self whose body is their self-image. When the real you is the most beautiful thing you will ever discover. What this body looks like doesn't matter. Now you can take care of, now when I say this, I don't mean you sit there in a cave and you don't move, you don't eat healthy. Eat healthy if you'd like, exercise if you would like, take care of the body. But just know that the body will get smaller, will get bigger, will get older. It will change. But the life source that you are will never change. And the more you try to stop the change of the body, you once again are assuming separation and simply being trapped within this material world. So once separation dissolves, once the belief that your self-image is important or real dissolves, then you can explore this self-value and self-worth. The biggest thing that you have to understand is, even though this perceived reality, material world, seems so very real, seems like the only thing you must accomplish and figure out, it's not. And yet you are still here experiencing this. Understandable. Seems real. But there's a difference between seems real and being consumed by it, being lost within it. And these things that I am pointing you to and trying to share these messages and teachings help you transcend it. So I don't want to make this video too long, but your self-image, your self-worth and self-value does not come from this material world. It does not come from being an individual separate from everyone else. There's a bigger picture here that is actually truth. This picture and truth doesn't need anything to occur and be the way that it is. All of the assumptions need your energy. This material world needs your energy to be lost within it. When you rest in truth, you are set free from all of the assumptions of this matrix. So just take a look and know that your beauty, just like they say, comes from within. I don't think a truer statement could be told. The true beauty of you is on the inside, but once again, this material world is referring to your heart and love you have, and that's true, but your true beauty lies in your spirit. And we all share that spirit. So take a look. I encourage you to take a look. Stay tuned. I'll have more videos coming, and thank you all for watching again. I encourage you to subscribe and like the video. Thank you all.